Callum, your autobiography, The Making of a Celtic Captain, is out this week. I know you're always in the moment, you're always looking ahead, but what was that experience like of having to go back and tell your Celtic journey?
Yeah, I think we've obviously sat down, had many conversations over the sort of summer and pre-season, and like you said, took the time to sort of reflect on my career so far, and yeah, kind of surreal really, in terms of what we're used to is just purely being in the moment and just looking forward to the next training session or the next game, but to actually sit down and sort of relive some of the memories from growing up and obviously trying to put that into words and obviously the book's now out on Thursday. It's kind of surreal feeling a little bit.
And even the cover of the book itself tells a story, because there can be few footballers in the game who are able to have that picture as you have of the wee guy at 9 years old in the Celtic Youth Academy all the way through to being the title winning Celtic captain, which is a remarkable story.
Yeah, absolutely. When like you said, the front cover of the book just tells you what the story's about really, and like you said, to be that young kid in the academy, at a huge club and a huge chance to become a professional footballer, and to fast forward nearly 20 years to last season in terms of lifting the trophy as captain of the club, then it is a remarkable story, something that I'm hugely proud of, and a lot of work's went in over those sort of 20 years, a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, and the club have been absolutely amazing for me, so to actually have that journey and put it down on paper now is really special.
Are you able to kind of think of how far you've came, or are you just, you've got so much going on just now that it'll only be later even that you start to really think about it?
Yeah, I think so. We've obviously spoke about that a bit in the book as well, where you never really get the chance to reflect on in terms of what you've done or what you've achieved. You're just always in the moment, just on edge about the next game or the next training session, and you just want to give everything. And I think I talk about a little bit of that in the book as well, where you probably don't get to that level of success if that's all you're thinking about. You have to just apply yourself every day, train as hard as you possibly can, and when the games come around, give absolutely everything. And if you do that, then 9 times out of 10 you'll be successful, and that's when the success will come. So it's it's never really a chance to sort of look back and think, oh, that was a brilliant pathway or whatever. It was just loving football and just loving the opportunity to try and become a footballer at this club, and that's now sitting down looking at the book, that's what 20 years of hard work have got me.
Yeah, in terms of your debut, Ronnie Dyler gives you the debut. It's a dream debut because you've lived in that dream. It's the first of what you hope is going to be many appearances, and you mark it with the only goal of the game over Iceland. Yeah,
exactly. You couldn't dream a better way really. The team win, you get your first start, and obviously score a goal to be the winner. So it's a brilliant start and a dream start. And like you said, at that point, you've sort of ticked off that dream of playing for Celtic, but very quickly it becomes about how can I progress and move forward and just get more and more appearances under my belt. So it was a brilliant taste of that success, and it just sort of whet my appetite for more.
Yeah, because I think you mentioned, I think it was the double treble you scored in the cup final. Again, a dream for any boy to score a goal in a cup final for Celtic at Hampden. And then to top it all, we get the open top bus back to Celtic Park.
Yeah, again, I think I've spoken to you about that before, that that's one of the best days I've had in football. Scoring a goal in the cup final, we finish off another treble, which was a double treble at the time. A big bit of history was made, and then obviously the open top bus going back to Celtic Park, just the streets were lined with Celtic fans. It was an incredible day, something that will live with me forever.
And obviously as captain, and it's how the book starts, is it gets to the end of the season and you're the guy that comes on the pitch, we're the champions, and you get to lift the trophy. It's a team effort, as you'll be the first to acknowledge, but just for you and for your family, for that moment, that must have been really special.
Yeah, it was. Of course it was. Like you said, firstly, you don't have that moment if the team aren't successful. So, like I said, it's about what we do in this building every day. We build that trust with the players, and we build understanding and relationships, and then we show that on the pitch, and hopefully that will make us successful, which then gives everybody the individual glory that they want as well. So but to get that moment at the end of the season, obviously the boys had put so much work and effort and sacrifice throughout the season to get us where we wanted to be, which was back champions of the league. Then to get that moment, obviously to lift the trophy above your head was just something, you know, incredibly special.